okay, you want to do this one?
All right, you already started, so.
Okay, well, guys, I want to bring you all in here today because, as you know, we're all concerned about performance improvement. We're all trying to do a better job. And we talked not too long ago about how Chrysler has teamed up with one of the top automotive retail organizations, subject matter experts on process, the Cardone Group. And they're going to be working with us to help us move our dealership forward in sales and service. And I'm behind this project 100% because we want to improve. Everyone here wants to improve, and this is what we've always been about. It's the heart and soul of our organization. And today we've got a special guest. We've got Jonathan, who's one of the trainers and consultants with the Cardone Group. He's going to be working with our organization for 3 weeks over the next 3 months, and I want you to give him your undivided attention. He's going to be talking to you about processes and how we do business, so please work with him, and we want to move everything forward, and he's going to give me a report on Friday on some initiatives that we need to move forward on. But we're going to have a short meeting where he's going to introduce what he's going to do for us and with each one of you, and at this point in time, I'd like to introduce Jonathan.
Thank you very much, Michael. You guys already have page, the sheets that have been given to you guys. I want to say thank you for having us here, and thank you for Chrysler. Chrysler cares so much for the customer experience and for the store's success that we have partnered with Chrysler. And what we're doing here is helping the store sell more cars, helping you guys make more money, and improve the customer experience. We had a great conversation, great meeting with your owner, and I want to tell you guys that your owner is 100% dedicated to this program. He's on board, and he's committed. He's committed to make this a success. Now, let's get our sheets, and let's go ahead and dive in this right away. Every time an organization is impacted by how well or how poorly a dealership handles the customer experience, that determines if the customer is happy or unhappy. So, the gross profit, the sales of your store are determined by how well you guys, we handle the customers, If the customers are happy, the customers are going to buy cars, and they're going to express how happy they are. If we don't treat the customer right, customers don't buy cars, and they'll also express that, right? Now, what is it that we are looking for here? Well, Chrysler's done a great job in focusing and customer loyalty. They really, really have done a great job. And in the past year and a half, we have had a great success, working with dealerships and finding out what are the habits or the processes that make customers happy, or vice versa. That is what we want to bring here. If you guys look at what is it that right here says, what are we looking to accomplish? Well, let's look at number one. How do we convert more of our shoppers into buyers while retaining additional gross profit? In other words, what do we do to sell more cars? What do we do to keep customers, to park customers and now sold parking space? I'm sure that you love to put the sold tags, right, in the cars. What are we doing to make that happen? I'm sure that you guys won't be upset if we can help each other sell more cars, right? Right? That's the bottom line. That is what we're trying to accomplish here. So, how do we do that? How do we accomplish that? It's one of the things that we're going to work on. Number two, how do we get more customers to come back and repurchase from us again? Before we leave here, this meeting, we're going to be talking about this little percentages that you see down there at the bottom of your page. But bottom line is, how do we get customers to come back, buy again? When we sell customers, 90% of the people that we sell love us. They think that you guys are the greatest people. They buy the car from you, and they're actually giving you probably a good CPS report, right? But how many of those people are we getting back in here? I'm sure that if we can all retain more customers, that will be also a good thing, right? Absolutely. Number three, what activities will increase the number of sales customers who become service customers? Now, we don't just want to sell them cars, right? We want also for them to do what?
Service.
To go to service a car, right? Right? Like just came from a store where a sales guy didn't even take it up. All he did is spend every morning in service, and he sold all the customers from service because they recognized him and he knew them. How beautiful is that? I mean, that's just powerful. Maybe looking into leasing more cars, maybe, short-term leasing, which Chrysler is doing a great job jumping on board with great aggressive programs. So we can talk about that later on. Number 4, what can we do to ensure that more sales and service customers are becoming bigger advocates of our dealership? How many times, raise your hand if you ever had this call. Hey, Steve, Mr. Robinson is coming, I told him, to go see you. Is that a beautiful phone call? How many people in our community are recommending our store? If we have a good reputation and people are saying good things about us and we're giving people a good experience, more people will feel comfortable about recommending, what's the bird dogs in the store? How much money do you pay for a referral here?
$100.
$100, all right. I promise you that I don't care how much I need the money. If I don't feel comfortable about sending my neighbor to buy a car here, I won't send it here. $100 is not enough for me to ruin a relationship with a good person, with a good friend of mine.
I understand that.
So, what are we doing to increase this advocate? Recommending your dealership. And number 5, how do we make the best use of our advertising dollars to drive more shoppers into our dealership? If you ask the average person, what do you do to bring people to a dealership? They'll tell you spend more money in advertising. Well, what about taking care of the people that already are coming to your dealership? Because obviously you guys are selling cars. You guys have a beautiful location. You guys already, I saw a lot of nice cars in the parking lot. So you guys are making money. You guys are doing things right. But what are we doing to, instead of spending more money in advertising, what are we doing to take advantage of the people that are already coming in here? If you guys look at that, I promise you I will talk about this customer experience initiative. And I kind of touched on it a little bit already. Chrysler sales, I'm sorry. SSI, Chrysler sales satisfaction, sorry, I won't happen. That's telling you is that 90% of the people, out of all the people that buy cars here for the first time, 90% like you. Now, look at on the right side versus loyalty. That means that out of that 90%, only 27% is coming back and buying a car from you. There is a report that we looked at that actually shows the amount, your location here, your area. It shows that out of that 90%, 1,400 people in the last 12 months came back to the market. Now that's a big number. Imagine 1,400 and change people came back in 12 months out of that 90%, and they actually bought a car in the market. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that they bought a car here, all right? But they bought, imagine if you could capture 100 of those people. Won't that mean more business? Would you like that, Michael?
Yes, I would.
Right? So, when you see me this next week walking around, this is what I'm doing. This is what we're doing. We're working together with Chrysler, and we're asking questions. We're going to sit down. I'm going to talk to you guys. I'm not here to point fingers. I'm here to find out what is it that you guys do. What are the type of processes that you guys have in place? How can we be of help? At the end of the day, keep in mind when you see me walking around, if you remember one thing, always remember this. That guy is here because he wants to help us sell more cars, make more money, and improve the customer experience. And I don't think that you guys will be mad about that. I think that will be something that will benefit all of us, all right? I've already started a nice, productive meeting with your owner. And like I said at the beginning of the meeting, he is extremely determined to make this work. I hope that you guys feel the same way. I'm going to be in days 2 and 3, we're going to be in service in the morning. So if you see me early in the morning, I drink coffee, black, one Splenda, I'll take it. No, but on a more serious note, I'm gonna be here working with you guys. And again, like I mentioned, Mr. Michael, if I'm talking with you guys and you have to go take care of a customer, do not feel that you have to stay here, okay? Feel free to tell me, I have a customer that I gotta go take care of, and that's more important. We already promised, Michael, that, customers come first, all right? Thank you, and let's rock and roll.